Greetings and salutations, malefactors and YouTubers. We're back here at Stoplogic Motorsports doing more work to a new bike, the WR250R. Got my box of tricks in today for the most part, minus my flasher relay, which I've got to work on. But we're focusing on some protection and comfort mods. Oh, these are pretty nice looking. Usually I just get the $15 pegs, but found a set online. But for our first trick today, we're going to reuse some parts off of an old build. And we're going to solve the one problem that's plagued every motorcycle rider since the dawn of time. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to do my movie intro voice real quick. From the beginning of time, one question has plagued every dirt bike rider. What kind of oil do I use in my DR650? Can I get 35,000 miles out of a knobby tire? Why can't I use a street tire in the mud? No, none of those questions. The one question that universally plagues all motorcycle riders. Arm pump and excessive bar vibration. Now you're wondering, what is this fool doing with a 2-pound bag of Kinetic Sand? There's plenty of products out there that deal with this. You know, bar snakes, lead shot and sand. What is it? Those flex bars. Well, those are all $50, $60 solutions. We're going to do an experiment today after I get the new bars on and handguards with a $12 bag of Kinetic Sand, a $3 thing of steel BBs, and we're going to measure with a vibration detector if there is any appreciable change in bar vibration. Like, alright, well, here's the deal. You know, as I always say, this is an experiment today. This isn't a done deal. And in life, our failures are much more important than our successes. Much more educational. And if this doesn't work, then I'm only out $12, or well, about 15, 16 bucks. And if it does work, well then, it's gonna be an interesting time for everybody here for a cheap, easy fix for your bar issues. So we've got plenty of stuff to keep us busy. I'm going to do a video on each of these: radiator guards, bash plates, chain, sprocket, foot pegs, turn signals, whole 9 yards. I mean, we're going to put a lot of work into this in a tail tidy. But we're going to reuse some old parts. Never know when something's going to come in handy. I go. So I'm gonna pause the video here. I'm gonna gather all the parts I need to make this happen, and we'll be back when I start filling the bars full of Kinetic Sand. Well, we're gonna do a first test ride without it in there. Gonna mount a phone, my vibration app, and we're gonna take some numbers on a 1-mile trek. I also need to issue a correction on the video. I thought these bikes came with the D605s. They actually come with the Trailwing 301, 302 set, which this is a known quantity of front tire that I don't like, but I've never had the back tire. So honestly, I do want to give it an actual shot in the trails and everything. So I'll put on rim locks and everything, and if I don't like the tire, then, you know, no big deal. Boy, I do like the look of this bike. At any rate, we're gonna get underway. So see you guys in a few. I'm gonna start filling these bad boys out. So how we're going to install the Kinetic Sand and the BBs is a funnel on one side, Kinetic Sand and BBs in the other. I'm not gonna go through have you guys sit through the entire process, and I know this might make things more difficult later on when I'm having to tap my bars. So maybe I should, well, we'll worry about that. If I have to, I can dig a little bit out of the end. I don't think this is going to be you know, set in stone. But anywho, we're just basically going to mix up the kinetic sand and apparently I didn't bring a set of scissors out here. Yeah, that's fun. Basically, we're going to create what's called a dead blow hammer. So dead blow hammer is like a regular hammer. If you've ever gone camping, it's like a plastic hammer that's filled with sand and various other products. Basically sand and BBs or sand and lead shot. And I'm using the steel BBs because lead shot's hard to come by and I didn't want to run the risk of having any sort of lead contamination. And on top of that, your steel frequency versus your aluminum frequency has a different harmonic resonance. It's just science. It's science, y'all. We'll save this though for after the maiden voyage. I'll pull these bars back off and tamp them in. But that's pretty much essentially what we're going to do is we're going to take this kinetic sand and feed in there with a mix of that and BBs. Yeah, I know on the surface it seems like a foolish idea, but it has the word kinetic in it, right? And what we're trying to do is dampen kinetic energy. The other part that's good about this stuff versus a lot of other sand is it's perpetually humid. Never really dries out. And manufactured sand will eventually dry out. And you'll get inconsistency on it. Anyways, we're gonna get these set up for the initial test to see how much vibration they have stock. So, be back in a few, guys. So we're back doing the handlebar vibration, and I'm going to be using the program called Vibrometer. It basically tracks your average vibrations over a period of time and then gives you a maximum amount of vibration. So we're going to basically put this on the bike and measure how much vibration we have at the throttle hand. I know it's not a perfect measurement because we have a little bit of dampening from the mount and everything, but this will give you a baseline if we get any actual measurable reduction in vibration from our kinetic sand. So we're just going to take this for a quick little mile jaunt, and then we'll take the same exact mile jaunt after I fill these bars up. So let's get underway. Be right back. Goodness, come on. Yeah. Whew. I think when I get this thing setting up the suspension, I'm going to go ahead and do that factory lowering. So phone doesn't stay on, but the vibration program is still running. So let's see. It's tracking that ahead of maximum vibration, me shaking the phone at 2.58. So let's see what we've got. And the bike is a little more noticeably noisy since we put on the Flatlands guard. That video is literally 10 seconds. I mean, it's like 4 bolts and some Loctite. I mean, I feel almost remiss releasing a video on how to do that.
dash plate's pretty noisy. Alright. Yeah, that's about a mile from home. And we'll have to wait until tomorrow to do the other bit of this because I'm kind of short on time tonight in daylight. Ooh. Oh, don't worry about it. I got this. Thank you, sweetie. All right. So I'm going to take a screenshot of the amount of vibration this had. To be careful not to mess with the experience, I'm not going to take it off too much. So our max vibration was 4.41. So that's actually not too bad. And these grips do help a lot from my hand vibration. So I'm going to take a little screenshot real quick. Save that for later. And we'll see what goes on. We're going to see if the, basically we're going to see if the Kinetic Sand makes any difference. I can already tell there's a lot less vibration with the handguards and the aluminum bar combo. So this is actually far more comfortable than what I had stock. But, you know, a little bit of scientific method never hurt anybody. And so here's our control. And then tomorrow we'll do the final deal. A fairly decent difference. We'll do a test later on and see exactly where we go from there, but hey, this might work for you. But if you are going to fill your bars full of Kinetic Sand, have lots of spare time. This takes forever. Just a heads up. Well, this is a fun day, so we're going to go ahead and finish getting all these handguards tonight. And much past that, we still got a few more mods we got to do this bad boy, but I consider this a successful experiment. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Give it a shot yourself, and if you have differing results, more control is a good thing. But I think I'm pretty happy with the result. So $12 of Kinetic Sand, about $4 of BB, so $16 for a bar dampening kit. That takes 2+ hours to install and lots of patience. At any rate, in the meantime, have a good evening. And we're going to add in the Kinetic Sand. Then we'll throw the next bar end mount in. So how are we going to add the Kinetic Sand, you might ask? Well, I hate to do this to a new bike. I might need to adjust this lever up a bit. It's like, really, you're gonna lay this thing down in the dirt? Well, yeah. Get on the other side and just lay her down. Much I hate to do that to a new bike. It'll be fine for the time being. Whew. It is time. And my funnel. Funnel, this isn't gonna work very well. Funnel set aside just for this. Now, here we go. There's my funnel. I hate to lay the bike down, but it is what it is. So I'm going to feed this in bit by bit. Actually, I'm going to get a mixing cup or mixing bowl of some sort. Alright. Hey, waste not, want not. Don't waste a container. Don't want a container. It has kinetic in the name. I really don't know what a good mix of sand to BB's ratio is. Go away, mosquito. There we go, that's probably a good start. Alright, so this stuff doesn't really absorb the BBs very well. I've never played this stuff, so I mean, if you got some kids and you're wanting to engage in some terrible ideas of what to do with their kinetic sand, and I don't want to overdo it with the BBs because we want to achieve the desired effect. Alright, some kinetic sand. Some BBs. I'm gonna grab a screwdriver to start tamping this stuff down in there. And just about now someone's gonna be looking at this on the channel going, oh my god, dude, really? Yes, really. Alright, we're about 2 hours later and 1 pound of sand in. Ugh. I tell you what, kinetic sand is a tough medium. Sorry, bike. Wasn't that much long in the dirt, but yeah, it was a lot of packing, a lot of tapping, a lot more tapping. Man, this crap is everywhere. Well, my mowing experience is gonna be fun here soon. But yeah, a lot of tamping and packing. But we've got the bar pretty much full. Whew. I'm not gonna trust this. This dirt's still wet. So we have managed to fill up the bars. That is no small amount of effort there. Now I'm gonna get this other bar end real quick. And we're about ready to cap this other side and take her out for a spin. And I probably will end up adding some more kinetic sand if I notice that it settles in there. So we'll do a 2-month review on the kinetic sand and see if I had to add any. But I packed this stuff down for quite a while. Doesn't hurt. I still can't believe that side just went. Not a problem. I'm gonna hit the gritty here soon. Yep, I'll start feeling that kinetic sand in there. Alright, then we'll toss this bar end in here, so we're not losing kinetic sand all over the road. It has the word kinetic in it. Connecticut. Maybe what really was the problem with that one is it wasn't probably quite straight. and I worked against myself, and then not using any cutting oil to start probably made life a lot more difficult. Alright. We're plugged up on both sides. We're gonna pause. I'm gonna toss on some boots, helmet, and gloves, and let's take this thing for a spin.